everybody. Planet Walls here. For this episode of Playing the Unplayable, we're going to be trying something a little different. We are going to be playing Classic, my current favorite format on Mtgo. I am currently waiting in the two-man queue and in the tournament practice room to get a match. Most of the Classic community actually works during the time that I'm trying to catch games right now, so it might be difficult to grab them. Also, DEs generally only fire on Saturday evenings, which I will attempt this Saturday to record. But for now, we're going to do something, as I said, a little different. We are going to sort of test a deck that I've been toying with. I haven't actually taken it into any matches yet, so that's what we're doing right now. This is all theory, and we're going to try it out, and then after 3 matches or so, we're going to come back and ask ourselves what cards we liked, what we would like to change, what worked and what didn't. One factor that might hamper us in this is that the DE metagame is slightly different than the tournament practice room and two-man metagame, so that's something to keep in mind. The DE metagame will always have, or at least most of the time have, Affinity and Workshop, making the Hammer Mages better, and actually the Magi the Moon better. So these cards, even though they're central features of this deck, will lose some effectiveness in the matches ahead. So what we're really thinking about is today is what's going to happen when we play against decks that we haven't particularly metagamed against, namely non-workshop based decks. So I'll take you through the idea behind the inclusions in this deck real quick. It's essentially a blue control deck with a lot of basic islands, and then Magi the Moon and Hammer Mage to deal with artifacts. Hammer Mage is good, but it's better when you can secure your lands, i.e. run basic lands, and also make sure that he doesn't get killed by something random. Though in the Affinity matchup, they rarely run removal until after sideboard. So what does this deck do to win? Well, it beats down with little guys, including these. It can shackles your opponent's creature. This is basically an experiment. Will I ever want to draw this card? I'm not sure. And then late in the game, it can win with the unplayable in the format, all hyphenated, Frost Titan. In the second Classic League Invitational, in the second Classic League qualifier for the first Invitational, I did run a deck running 3 Frost Titans in the main, and I ended up placing 3rd in the tournament, 3rd or 4th. And it was essentially the same shell with some additional utility and without the Hammer Mages and Magi. It was mono blue. It also had some more low-cost, low-impact counter magic. It ran a bunch of one-ofs basically to scare my opponent, because in Classic League you could see your opponent's deck lists, and so I wanted to always have a possible answer that they could worry about. We are running Mana Crypt. It helps us land a Jace early, a Magus of the Moon, or a Trinket Mage, or a Frost Titan. We're also running a Soul Ring for similar reasons. Engineered Explosives is one of our only removal options. We don't have room in this deck, I believe, for Lightning Bolts, especially not in the main. And the Brainstorms are necessary for not only good card draw with the 7 fetch lands we have, and also the other shuffle effects in Trinket Mage, but they're also necessary to shuffle away Hammer Mages when they suck. I was considering, and Vidalcan Shackles will sometimes suck. I was considering running Thirst for Knowledge, but I actually have mixed feelings about that card, especially when I want to be running Trinket Mages in the 3-drop slot. Thirst for Knowledge is obviously an extremely powerful card, but I'm not running that many artifacts. I am running these Lotus Petals to help in the shot match, and those do suck late game most of the time. But I'm worried that I'm not running enough to get value out of a 3-mana instant, even though, I respect Thirst for Knowledge. I think Brainstorm is just superior in this deck, and I'm not sure that I have room for both. I want to keep my threat count high. Then you might say, well, why are you running Frost Titans when you're not running 4 Jaces? I'm not sure of the Jace count. Oh, looks like we're starting, so I'll go to the next video and start recording. Well, that match didn't go so well for reasons I'll show you at the end of this video. I'll attach it as an Easter egg. And the guy might still be waiting in the Classic queue, but we'll join anyway and see what happens. I just want to talk about the sideboard real quick. We got 3 Energy Flux for additional support in the artifact matchups, Affinity and Workshop. There's Shackles for creature-based matchup, another Cage to increase our odds of drawing one, and have a backup for Oath and for Dredge. Tormod's Crypt is a good card to search for with Trinket Mage against Dredge. 3 red blasts for the any matchup running Force of Wills or other blue cards. Inferno Titan, I'm trying to see how good this guy is against sort of like junk creature-based matchups. I think he's probably pretty good. I mean, if Frost Titan is playable, then Inferno Titan assuredly is in different matchups. And then against the artifact-based matchups and Oath, we've got Spell Snare, Mental Missteps against a variety of decks, and Sower is good against the decks that run Shackles. So let's get started with some more matches, and we'll see how this goes. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. So I'm going to let him kill me with a Brain Freeze. I'm not going to let him resolve the Brain Freeze. I'm just going to concede as soon as he casts it. Yeah, we're gonna not let him see our deck. Won the tournament. I don't think that. What just happened? Did I accidentally concede the match? I only meant to concede the game. What the hell happened there? Did I click on the wrong thing? I'll have to rewatch the video to see what that was. I'll see you again for next round.